What's good with the YouTube fight fans all over the world? It's your boy, the realest of the real. Yes, sir, I say the real talk boxing. It is a privilege and honor and a major blessing to be back with you beautiful people again. Where you been? Real talk. Life again as always. But I had to come back and do a post-fight reaction to Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence. This was nuts. Before I say anything, um, I got to give respect and pay homage to Ryan Garcia and Javante Tank Davis. And a lot of y'all are gonna ask why you doing that, man? Why? Because I believe this is the reason why this fight was made, and a lot of big fights are gonna be made because of these two. And again, I've been out for a while. For those of you who may or may not know, I told you guys, in previous videos that I had an umbilical hernia. Um, I started getting pretty bad off on that, and I just recently had surgery yesterday, actually, yesterday morning, to get that umbilical hernia corrected. And surgery went well. Um, there's a lot of things that are going to have to change. My mother always told me, boy, you keep living. You keep living. Your body going to change. The last time my mother told me that, I had took her out to eat at Applebee's, and I made fun of her because she was struggling to get out of the booth. I'm like, well, old woman, are you serious? You can't get out that booth by yourself? Come on, old school, let me help you out. And she looked at me and she said, you keep living. God rest her soul. But and I woke up this morning and it's horrible, man. I was sore. I could barely move. I was nauseous. They literally, cut me open and pulled some of my intestines out, repaired it, put it back in. So it just sucked. It sucked. And I'm still a little sore today, but, I got God on my side, so I'm good, you know. But no more heavy lifting weights. No more running 2, 3 miles on the track. I got to sit back and chill, man. But this fight was surprising to me. It really was because I thought Errol Spence was going to win this fight. I actually had gone as far as to say that Errol Spence was going to get Crawford out of there early. But we get it wrong sometimes. If you're like me, you get it wrong a lot of times. Uh, but listen, the way that Crawford conducted himself in that ring, the way that he just made an elite for pound fighter look basic says a lot about Terence Bud Crawford. I know there's a lot of people out there that's going to say, man, Spence doesn't look right. There was something wrong with Spence. Something had to be wrong with Spence. The only thing wrong with Spence tonight was Terence Bud Crawford. Terence was just, his timing was on point. He had the faster hands, the counter punching ability, the movement. I knew right in the first round when I saw Errol reaching for the jab, reaching for the cross, reaching for his hooks, his overhands. I'm like, if you keep reaching, Bug will make you pay, and that's exactly what he did. And I thought that the size was going to play a factor, being that Spence is a very, very good, excellent big guy. Because usually the really good big guy beats the smaller good guy. And but that wasn't the case tonight. Bud looked so much stronger than Spence in that ring tonight. His visual, when there were spots in that fight where I believe that Terrence actually pulled off the gas. He let off the gas pedal because he loves and respects Errol Spence, and he didn't really want to hurt him. I think the corner should have stopped that fight. I felt really, really bad because Spence is my boy, and I'm not saying that I don't like Crawford, but I roll with Spence, man, because he's a great fighter and he's my neck of the woods, Texas. But tonight he got made look basic by Terence Bud Crawford. So there's one name, one face in the welterweight division who has all the belts, and that's Bud, man. The only man to be undisputed in two different weight classes. That speaks volumes, man. I slept on him. I slept on him with with the fight against Errol Spence. But anybody else that he fought, I never slept on him. But this fight, I thought he was going to get stopped within 6 rounds. That was my thought process. I even said it on my Instagram. But Bud showed up and he showed out. He didn't have a scratch on his face. And Spence was banged up by the third round, man. I just knew his corner was about to stop that fight. Um, I mean, we witnessed history tonight. I had to get on and talk about it. I don't know whether I'm gonna continue to, you know, make content on a regular. I gotta heal and recover first, man, because your boy slung me out of work for a while, and even when I get back to work, I'm gonna be on light duty for about a month. You know what I'm saying? So things just have to change. So I'm about to play some Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Just wanted to holler at y'all, man. Good to see you people. To everybody who's commenting down below and everything else, I appreciate you. Respect all, fear none, and God bless. Terence Crawford, you proved me wrong. You shut me up. Good job. Errol Spence, keep your head up, baby. Yeah.